I am holding a bowl of potato salad like it's nitroglycerin and the fuse is already lit. The mayo is sweating through the plastic lid, leaving a greasy halo on my forearm. $22 and 6 hours of my life went into this thing. 6 hours I spent dicing celery, so fine it looked like green confetti. 6 hours I spent convincing myself that tonight they would finally see me. I am 35 years old and still dressing my success in picnic clothes, still begging for a seat at a table that has never had my name on the placard. The desert sun is a white-hot coin pressed against the back of my neck as I walk up the driveway. Elias's house looms at the end of the cul-de-sac like a wedding cake somebody forgot to cut. 3 tiers of stucco, sugar-dusted palms, and a front door that costs more than my first car. I am 33 minutes early because hope is a punctual monster. I want to be the first one here, the one who sets out napkins and lights the citronella, the one who proves I belong. But the second my key turns in the lock, Elias gave me a key once, drunk on Christmas punch, swore it meant I was real family. I hear them. Not greetings. Not laughter that includes me. Laughter that needs me the way a dart needs a bullseye. I glide across the travertin on the balls of my feet, bull balance like a waitress in a war zone. The kitchen is a cathedral of stainless steel and suburban lies, sub-zero fridge humming hymns, wolf range gleaming like it's never burned a single thing. I slide the salad between the ribs and the relish tray, right where the light hits the paprika I dusted on top like stage makeup. Through the open slider the patio yawns wide, red checkered tables, tiki torches already sweating fire, and every voice I grew up measuring myself against. Elias is holding court beside the smoker, tongs in one hand, Pacifico in the other, his laugh booming off the block wall. I am 2 steps from joining them when his sentence lands on my skin like acid. Mara's probably in her car right now writing cue cards. Thank you for coming to my coronation, peasants. The bowl trembles. A single celery shard jumps the rim and suicides onto the quartz. Lila's voice slithers next, honey over broken glass. Remember when she cried because Starbucks spelled her name Miare? Same energy she'll bring tonight when we don't stand for her little promotion speech. Aunt Selena snorts so hard her margarita sloshes. Child always did think the sun rose out her behind. Some things never change. The laughter that follows is a living thing. It swells, it circles, it bites. I feel every tooth. I have felt them for 25 years, but tonight they are bared all at once, wet and shining, and I finally see the blood on the floor as mine. My knees buckle. I catch the counter before the bowl shatters. The sound I make is not human. It is the sound a deer makes when it understands the headlights were never going to swerve. I back away, sandals whispering treason across the tile. I leave the salad like an orphan on the altar. I leave the key on the hook shaped like a cactus. I leave the girl who thought love was something you could earn with perfect potato salad. The front door shuts behind me with the softest click in the world, and still nobody hears. I walk. Not to my car, they'd hear the engine. I walk past the manicured saguaros and the fake owls, past mailboxes shaped like cowboys, until the houses shrink and the sidewalk ends. 2 blocks become 4. My lungs burn. My phone buzzes against my thigh like a trapped wasp. Elias, where's my favorite pain in the ass? Lila, potato salad or bust, sis? I stare until the screen goes black, then I dial the only number that has never laughed at me. Rena, I say when she answers, I need you to help me die for 40 minutes. She doesn't ask why. She asks where. I tell her the parking garage. Across from St. Jude's, level 3, northeast corner. She is there in 12 minutes, scrubs stolen from a life she left behind, stethoscope coiled around her neck like a snake that knows exactly where to strike. We sit in her Prius and I cry without sound, shoulders shaking so hard the seatbelt cuts. She waits until the storm passes, then hands me a Starbucks napkin and a pen. Write the exact words you want them to choke on, she says. I write until the napkin tears. She reads it once, nods once, and becomes Nurse Valeria Corbin, Trauma Bay Goddess. We rehearse until my heartbeat syncs with her cadence. At 5:12 she dials Lila on speaker, blocks the caller ID, and the performance begins. This is Nurse Corbin, St. Jude's ER. We have a Mara Valdez, 35, multi-vehicle collision on the 101. Massive intracranial bleed, unstable vitals. We need next of kin now. Time is not our friend. I watch Rena's pupils blow wide as Lila screams in the background. I hear Elias snatch the phone, hear Aunt Selena wail to the Virgin, hear Cousin Theo ask if this is content. Rena ends the call with the perfect blend of urgency and grief, then turns to me. "They're coming," she whispers. "All of them." We climb to the third deck. The binoculars are cold against my cheekbones. 527 Elias's Rover fishtails into the ER bay, door open before the tires stop. He is out first, polo shirt flapping like surrender, face the color of skim milk. Lila stumbles after him in flip-flops and yesterday's mascara, mouth open on a scream that has no sound from this distance. Selena is crossing herself so hard her rosary beads scatter across the asphalt like hail. Theo films vertically because even my death must be optimized for reels. They vanish inside, a frantic constellation swallowed by automatic doors. My phone becomes a war zone. I let it ring until voicemail is a graveyard. Then I answer Elias on the 8th call, speaker on. Volume low. "Mara, baby, talk to me." "I'm alive," I say, and my voice is winter in the desert. "I'm watching you fall apart from the parking garage you paid to pave." The silence is so complete I hear his heart stop. Then, "You staged this." "I heard you," I say. "I heard every syllable you sharpened on my spine. I heard the sun come out my ass and you laughed like it was the funniest thing since your last bonus. So I gave you something real to laugh about. Only you're not laughing now, are you?" I hang up before he finds the lie that fits. Rena pours tequila into paper cups. We toast to funerals that never happened in families that finally showed up on time. They spill out at 6:03, a clown car running on pure guilt. Elias's shirt is soaked with someone else's tears. Lila is on the phone screaming at a receptionist who never heard my name. Selena lights a candle on the dashboard of a Tesla. I zoom until I can count the new wrinkles I gifted Elias's forehead. Then I text the family group chat I have never once typed in. "Potato salad's in the fridge. I won't be eating with wolves tonight." The screenshots flood cousin side chats within minutes. Someone recorded the backyard audio on their Ring camera, my name shredded like carnitas, laughter looping like a horror soundtrack. By 8 p.m. it is on the private Facebook group, 412 views, comments blooming like mold. Classic Mara drama. She needs therapy. She's always been extra. Every 90 seconds, another knife. I refresh until my thumb cramps. Rena refills the tequila. We toast again, this time to orphanhood with benefits. At 10:47, the doorbell cam pings. Elias alone, holding the potato salad like a heart he ripped out of his own chest. He looks small under the porch light, a king reduced to a surf in boat shoes. He sets the bowl on the mat, writes "I'm sorry" on the lid in Sharpie that bleeds in the humidity, knocks once, walks away. I carry it inside. Eat one bite standing over the sink. It tastes like childhood and battery acid. I cry so hard the neighbors probably think someone died. Someone did. The version of me that apologized for taking up oxygen. 3 days later, I am mid-pitch in the boardroom, Q1 projections glowing on the screen like green fire, when my assistant whispers, "Your brother's in the lobby. He won't leave." I finish the slide, ride the elevator down like I am descending into my own grave. Elias looks like he hasn't slept since the barbecue. No Rolex, no smirk, just red eyes and a manila folder thick as guilt. "I brought proof," he says. Inside, every cruel text, every laugh react, every backyard syllable printed in 12-point calibri. Underneath, a second stack. New messages from this morning. Lila, I was wrong. Selena, we were monsters. Theo, deleted the video. Grandma Rosa, tell her I'm proud, Mija. Last page, dinner reservation for 2 at La Lumiere, tomorrow, 7 p.m. On the back, Elias's handwriting is shaky. "Let me spend the rest of my life making up for the years I spent tearing you down. If you say no, I'll understand. But I'll still be trying tomorrow and every tomorrow after." I close the folder. My voice is granite. One rule, I say. You don't get to fix me. You get to witness me already fixed. Show up or don't. But the door only opens from the inside. The restaurant smells like truffle and second chances. Elias is already seated, wearing a suit that cost more than my first semester of college. He stands when he sees me, knocks over his water glass, doesn't notice. I slide into the booth opposite him. The candle between us flickers like it's nervous. I have been jealous of you since you were 7, he starts, no preamble. 7 years old, and you could draw a horse that looked like it might gallop off the page. I could only draw stick figures with egos. Every time you shone, I dimmed you so I wouldn't disappear. I sip the wine he ordered, something French and older than both of us. It tastes like money and apologies. Remember Mom's birthday 3 months ago? He continues. You mentioned the VP offer. I changed the subject in 30 seconds flat because the thought of you making more than I did at 35 made me want to swallow glass. So I fed you to the table instead. Classic deflection. Classic coward. The waiter brings amuse-bouche. I don't touch it. Elias keeps talking, voice cracking like thin ice. When the hospital called, I didn't think about your job or your drama or your singlehood. I thought about the time you drove 6 hours to help me move when my back was out and nobody else answered the phone. I thought about the birthday cards you sent my kids with $20 bills tucked inside, even when you were eating ramen. I thought, if she dies, my last words to her were a joke about her dating life. And I wanted to die first. He slides a velvet box across the table. Inside, the key I left on the cactus hook, polished until it shines, attached to a new ring shaped like a sunrise. I had it melted and recast, he says. Same metal, new shape. Like us, maybe. I turn the ring until the light fractures. I forgive you, I say, and the words feel like pulling a splinter the size of a redwood. Not because you deserve it tonight. Because I deserve to stop carrying you in my chest like shrapnel. Forgiveness is me setting the table for one. He nods so hard the candle gutters. What do you need? He asks. Name it. Accountability, I say. Every time Selena starts a sentence with Mara always, you finish it with kicked ass and took names. Every time Lila rolls her eyes at my boundaries, you hand her a mirror. Every time Theo films me without consent, you smash his phone. And you do it publicly, loudly, permanently. Done, he says. Anything else? Time, I whisper. I need to see you choose me when the guilt high wears off and the barbecue ribs are back on the menu. I need to see you choose me on a random Tuesday when I'm not bleeding. He reaches across the table, palm up. I don't take it. Not yet. But I don't pull away either. The weeks that follow are a masterclass in uncomfortable growth. Elias texts every morning, a meme, a sunrise, a voice note that simply says, still choosing you. Lila shows up at my apartment at 2 a.m. after a fight with her husband, sobbing on my couch about the sister she never let herself have. She falls asleep clutching the throw pillow I embroidered in college. Nevertheless, she persisted. Selena mails me a scarf the color of desert bloom, knitted so tight it could stop a bullet. I wear it to my first TEDx talk, How to Stage Your Own Funeral and Still Make It to Brunch. The video hits 1 million views in a week. The comments are a war zone of potato salad emojis and crying laughing faces, but the top one is from Elias. My sister taught me that love isn't a blood type. It's a daily donation. Still donating. Thanksgiving arrives like a pop quiz. Selena is hosting. Elias calls personally, come or don't. But if you come, I've got a seat saved with your name on it in gold Sharpie. I go. I park 2 blocks away in case I need to bolt. I bring nothing, no potato salad, no apologies. The first hour is a minefield. Selena greets me with air kisses that land somewhere near my ear. And Uncle starts, so, still single. Elias cuts him off mid-sentence. Still badass. Next topic. Lila passes me the gravy boat like it's the Olympic torch. When Selena mutters about my vegetarian plate, Lila says, I tried her recipe, it slaps. Send it to the group chat, Mara. By dessert, I am laughing at Theo's terrible dad jokes and nobody is filming. After pie, Elias pulls me aside. Thank you for coming, he says. It wasn't as hard as I thought, I admit. You and Lila did your homework. We meant it, he says. You're our sister. We should have been body-blocking grenades, not throwing them. 2 weeks later, Selena invites me to coffee. She orders for both of us oat milk latte extra foam, then stares into it like it owes her money. Everyone keeps saying I owe you an apology, she says finally. I was too stubborn to listen. But they're right. I was cruel. I'm sorry, Mara. Truly. It isn't poetry, but it is the first time she has ever said my name without a side of sarcasm. I nod. Thank you. I accept. We don't hug. We don't need to. The hostility melts like the foam on my latte, slow and irreversible. January brings the promotion I staged my own death for. Corner office, 7-figure budget, a team of 12 who call me boss without irony. My CEO, Kathleen, pins a gold star on my lapel like I'm back in kindergarten, only this time I earned it. I hang the photo of me and Elias, taken at La Lumiere, mid-laugh, mid-truce, right above my monitor. Clients ask who the handsome guy is. I say, my brother. He's learning. Some nights I still taste metal. Some mornings I still check the family chat like a tongue probing a cavity. But the notifications are different now. Elias, proud of you, kid. Lila, recipe swap? Selena, bring your new boyfriend. He looks like he eats. Grandma Rosa, take care, mija. Siempre. I keep the sunrise key on my chain, right next to the one for my apartment. I keep Rena on speed dial for emergencies and celebrations. I keep the potato salad recipe in a locked note titled Weapon of Mass Reunion. And every time someone asks how I finally got my family to see me, I smile and say, I showed them what losing me looked like. Turns out the view from the edge is clearer than any backyard barbecue. So if you are out there clutching your own bowl of hope, listening to laughter that sounds like breaking glass, hear me. You do not owe them a smile while they carve. You owe yourself the audacity to walk out, to build a table where your scars are the centerpiece, and to invite them only when they learn to bring wine instead of wounds. Stage the funeral if you have to. Rise from the asphalt phoenix style. And when they finally show up, breathless, repentant, human, decide from a throne, not a doormat, who gets to stay. I did. And the sun still rises out of my ass. Only now, the whole damn sky claps.